I figure I'm going to leave him in wrestling purgatory for a few minutes till he calms down a little bit. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another awesome episode of the NDT Store at Circle Sessions. Next to me is my good buddy and co-host, Justin. We are going to be breaking down all things Wrestlemania 41, as well as Monday Night Raw from last night. We do have a very special guest with us, an old friend of the show, our good buddy Marc from, well, tonight it's Pissed Off Beards, Brews, and BBQs. He is a little over-caffeinated and overstimulated, so I'm going to bring him out here to start the shenanigans early, and we are just going to go right from the jump. Marc, what's up, my guy?
How dare you silence me? How dare you stick me in the...
See that?
Listen, we're going to treat you like Michael Cole, okay?
I'll fight Gunther. I don't give a shit. Gunther, Walter, whatever.
You're going to face turn purple?
I don't give a shit. Oh, that was bad. Yeah, what the hell was his face? McAfee's face. Why did he get sunburned in the middle of the show?
Yeah, he clearly had that thing laid on him. So, folks,
he probably told him, choke me the fuck out.
Those of you that are watching or will be watching later, we are not going to go over every single match. We will be here for 6 hours. And to be honest with you, it just wasn't that exciting. So we have some matches picked out. Marc, if there's something that you want to discuss that we don't hit, just bring it up. Those of you guys in chat, if you want us to discuss something that we don't hit on, just type a little comment in there. We'll get to it. So I'm going to start out right from the jump, the first match of the night, Mr. Yeet himself. Go ahead. Have at it, boys, because I know someone's going to bitch and someone's going to be happy. So let's hear it.
Better start your bitching now.
Who?
You're up.
He sucked. I understand that he learned how to wrestle. Jay suddenly learned how to wrestle, and he learned to chokehold. The submission specialist, Jay Uso, tapped Gunther in like 3 seconds. It's amazing.
That's on Gunther. I liked the match. For the story that they built, as lackluster as some people thought it was, the match fit it perfectly. And I think you can say that about a lot of the matches this weekend. It may have felt like a down year, but a lot of them did match the stories that they were being built. I think they just had lackluster stories going into a lot of it.
Do you think, though, it overcooked? Like, do you think it was in the crock pot too long because Mania was so late this year? It felt like forever. Like, it felt like this shit needed to go.
I think this whole feud was overdone. This was the fourth time we saw these two wrestle.
Yeah.
I really hope they don't pull this rematch clause stuff because that's got to go. There's no way they can. I can't sit through another one of these.
There's a story coming there.
It's Sami Zayn. That's the story.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, buddy, you saw it.
It is.
Yeah. That's the most fake celebration. Yeah, go.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
I thought the same thing. I was like, is it happening? But no. Okay. So kudos to Jay. I'm glad he got his moment. But
yes,
like I said, this just sat in the bucket for too long. And the fourth time is a charm, I guess. But I'm over it. So
good for him. He's earned it, though.
He has. And I love his belt with the blue plates on the side.
Can I say I am looking forward to this new show they're putting out on Netflix?
Story thing.
Where they go behind the scenes and shit. Like they're just showing everything anymore.
We're creative. Heyman's not a fan. He said it's not about me, but did you hear about McAfee? He's like he's not a fan of it.
Heyman stays kayfabe. Like he is one of the few still that hold it.
Yeah, that's cool. I'll watch it.
Heyman was scorched earth on McAfee yesterday. We'll get to that too.
I wish that roast would have been televised. Oh my god!
I heard he lit it on fire.
I heard he got Fluffy wanting to beat his ass.
Yeah, he pissed off the big fat guy.
Is that who has a coronary first?
All right, so congratulations, Jey Uso, new men's world heavyweight champion. That was cool. I know Justin really wants to get into this one, so Marc, you guys can battle cry over this. Jade Cargill and Naomi.
Naomi looked fantastic.
Yes.
Jade looked like shit. Jade looked like shit. I I told you before we watched that match, Aaron, that I was literally just watching to watch Naomi. I didn't watch much what Jade did. The only thing she had was that catch of Naomi off the top rope, which was all set up by Naomi.
I haven't heard that she has heat yet because she fell out 3 times. She fell out of her outfit, yeah. And that's usually like a no-no. Like, even in this era, like, it's like a... She kept falling out, apparently.
Well, there was a picture of her walking down the ramp.
Yeah, well, that's... I said that during the pay-per-view. I looked at my wife and said, I think she fell out. Like, but she had that suit on. No, Jade's terrible. She's terrible. Big moves.
Yeah, she's got no personality on the mic. She's terrible on the mic, and her timing is terrible in the ring. She's not good.
So
do you know who she needs? Paul Heyman. She needs to be the first Heyman girl.
I'm going to plead ignorance on this.
Well, all right.
I'm going to plead ignorance on this because I don't know. Where'd she come from? TNA?
AEW.
AEW? Okay. So there you go. I don't watch it. There was a lot of hype surrounding this chick.
Because of her physique.
She's got the look, but
she's married to a former Cincinnati Red.
Yeah, Brendan Phillips.
Brendan Phillips.
That's right. Yeah.
The old second baseman. That dude was fast.
Mm-hmm.
So.
No. Naomi needs to work on being a heel because I think she kind of half wanted to skip out there and like still do her glow shit that she's been doing. But
she's been working this angle. I've really enjoyed this.
I liked her music. Like I was like, oh, okay. I was okay with it. Match sucked, but Naomi was all right.
Yeah. I literally was only watching that for Naomi. Like, if it was a halfway decent match, it's all because of Naomi. That's really it.
Yep.
And that was knowing she was taking the fall, regardless of how bad Jade is.
I think Jade needed a better entrance. I thought the entrances were a little lackluster. We could touch on that at some point, but I thought the entrances were kind of meh.
Well, I think that's because there's one that will never be matched.
Well, right. Right.
I think Rollins. Oh.
Yeah, but The Rock did that. Don't forget he had the thing out. He lit The Rock on fire with a flamethrower.
The flamethrower.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you guys got anything else on that match, Justin? You just wanted to scream that she's bad, so I get it.
Yeah, that was.
No, you're good. No argument.
Point that out.
Okay, I'm gonna throw this one up. LA Knight, Jacob Fatu, U.S. Championship. I gotta put men's in front of this now because they have both.
Solid match. I thought LA Knight did LA Knight. He was fine. I thought Jacob Fatu looked a little overwhelmed at times. I did. Like, there was something, like, he looked gassed. And again, he's probably nervous. I mean, like, again, but I think
there was... He wasn't even at Mania last year, right? He's only been here since July.
Yeah, I think right.
Yeah.
SummerSlam.
Is that right? About something like that. Yeah.
Right before SummerSlam.
Yeah. He didn't look as Jacob Fatu as I thought, but I thought it was good. I thought it was a solid match. I like that Jacob has the belt. I think it's time to push him. I feel bad for LA Knight because I think he got like to the moon, but didn't land on the moon. Like, it was close. Right. Thought, man. And I think he's off the juice.
I really hope to see these two work together again on like a
not
like a long story, but a 2-3 month story because what they put together in the ring was fantastic.
Yeah. I don't think LA Knight's had a bad match, other than that Bray Wyatt stinker with the whatever that was.
The Mountain Dew blackout match.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Bray Wyatt.
Right, but still, that was a stinker. But no, I think he's solid.
I think Fatu's got a big history. A big future coming up in this business, and he looked good. You could tell he was nervous, but again, first time out there, 60,000 people in WrestleMania, the grandest stage of them all. You're going to be nervous.
I worry about his weight. That's the only.
He came good on Saturday or whatever day it was. He wrestled Saturday,
or his conditioning or something. Like, I just think he's put weight on since he debuted when he lost all that weight to get in. That's the only thing I worry about. Because again, I'm a big guy. I get it. Like, it's like you go 2 bad weeks and then they snowball, and then you're Zion Williamson, and you're like,
it runs in that family.
Sure does.
WWE's got to stop putting the catering out in the back too.
Even the fake Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
Samoa Joe.
Isn't that just Roman Reigns?
What else was on night one that I wanted to go over before that one? All right, I was a little punchy when I was making this up, but it's chippy time. Let's talk about Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton.
I'd like to congratulate the dentist for fixing her teeth as fast as they did. They look flawless.
So there's a couple conspiracies floating around that she broke her tooth, she chipped it. But the last one I heard was it was just eyeliner that got on her tooth and made it look like she broke her tooth.
I mean, it did look a little green or like a different color, more so than broke, but
yeah, they did say it looked like the eyeliner makeup got in there, and I don't know. Good. I'm sure they have every kind of doctor you can think of in the backstage to deal with this and take care of it.
So I was excited for this feud. I'm sure Justin was too. Like I thought this was the feud that needed to happen to put over Tiffy. I thought Charlotte sandbagged a little bit. Like I thought Charlotte kind of was going into business. I think she's a nut. Like I think that's why her and Becky Lynch aren't friends anymore. Like I think she's a nut. That's why she said.
Is that why she's 0-3?
She is her father's daughter.
Yeah, I think she's turning into Rick. She's had more successful face surgeries than she has wins lately. I mean, she looks like the Elephant Man at this point. Like I don't know. It's terrible.
I don't know if it was supposed to be Charlotte coming back heel, though. I think they expected her when she came back, she was going to be face, and it was going to be Tiffy still kind of heel as champion. And once she came back and got booed out of the fucking building, that's a quick switch.
If she doesn't win the Rumble, do you think she gets booed?
No.
No. It's probably a totally different reaction. I think that everybody was hoping Alexa was going to win the Rumble when she came back instead of Charlotte because she got a bigger pop.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, but
what'd you think, Justin?
I thought the match was good. It was nice to see Charlotte actually do work. I mean, I think they started off hot. I think they had that real heat, and that came out quick.
She potatoed her a couple times.
They blew themselves up. The end of that match got sloppy, but
you're right, Robert. Robert, you're right. She's the best divorced WWE superstar since Ric Flair.
Following in Daddy's footsteps, leaving her
own. But the match felt like what it should have been.
Sure.
And I really thought it was perfect timing for that eyeliner or whatever to cross her fucking teeth because she got kicked right in the goddamn tooth.
I wish that WWE. I think if that actually happened, WWE would have said, Tiffany Stratton breaks tooth during Mania match. Something I don't know. I just thought maybe there'd have been a little bit more. Everybody was so concerned with it. I mean, and she owned it standing on the ring apron after holding that belt up. But she didn't look like she was in any pain. So I don't know. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, it's really not a big deal, but she just gave zero fucks about it. So it was good for her. I'm happy she won too, because if Charlotte would have won that match, I think there would have been a lot of bitching.
But you know what I'd like to see for Tiffy? I'm a big fan of somebody fighting up. Because I think she's their next, aside from Rhea Ripley, like I do. I don't think, although I have this weird feeling they're going to push Julia, which I like Julia, but I think
it's Roxy. I think Roxy's your next one.
I do too.
We'll get there.
No. Sorry, stop yelling at me.
Who's yelling at who, bro?
Just yell.
I'm jumping ahead.
Next time someone yells, I'm putting you back in purgatory, and I'll bring you out when I'm ready.
I'm sorry.
All right, so the creme de la creme of night one. I love this match. I want to discuss it all day long, but we can't. But Justin, you're going to go last on this one because you're like a ball of energy. Mark, we haven't spoke to you about this at all. So what did you think of this one?
It's what needed to happen. Like I just thought the Seth thing. Remember, I was messaging you on the side, and I didn't want it to be Seth. Because I thought it got a little predictable the last 2-3 weeks. Like I thought they were kind of teasing it. I think they over teased it, and that's where I was like, "Oh man, like let's see the surprise." But then again, I also wanted Brock Lesnar to randomly appear and just F5 everybody and leave. with Heyman. But
you just answered my question because I got so many messages. Like at one point, I just put my phone down because I just couldn't keep up. And I try to watch. Like sometimes I don't want to be too involved in group chats because I don't want to give away everything I'm thinking and just discuss it all then. But someone said something, and now I remember it was Lesnar comes and leaves with Heyman. I thought Lesnar was showing up last night too. It just something told me like, let's see what happens here.
He's on the active roster.
Yeah, we'll get to Raw, but
it was good overall.
I like this match. I think Roman did a really good job. The whole thing was great. I think the only logical winner was Seth. Roman didn't need it and Punk didn't need it. So Seth almost had to win the match. I'm not sure where they're going with this angle with Heyman, but we'll see. I know it looks like they're forming a stable with what happened last night, but I don't know how this is going to go over. I don't think
that's the reason Seth won.
Right. Yes. And I don't
that's what they needed to get Heyman too.
I just don't think necessarily needs Heyman.
No, but if you can put a stable behind him, that can be.
Yeah, I just think
powerful.
So you took the thought because the powerful part, you have two alpha males with their personalities. Seth and Paul are going to split up way before Roman and Paul did. So that's just the fuse is already lit for those two to split.
Who's the third member? He can't have a stable with two people. That's a tag team.
Yeah.
Well, Wifey will be there.
Who?
But...
You think Becky?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I think I messaged you. She was turning heel. Like there was no doubt. Yeah. Because she's the one that attacked Bailey. I think she did at least.
No doubt. There's no doubt in my mind after what happened last night that she's the one that did it. So
100%.
Is it Drew?
Robbie.
What about Drew? Where's Drew? Poor Drew. He had some weird throwaway match with.
I don't know. Not with. I think they're gonna go with like somebody younger coming up. But anyway,
you see,
best match of Mania, Robbie. Maybe. It's because of the story going in and it being the number one story carrying WrestleMania and the match living up to every bit of it.
Yep.
Yes, it's the match of WrestleMania. It's probably top 3 WrestleMania match of all time.
Ooh, that's some high praise.
Yeah. Just for everything that they did with it. I want
to take a moment to acknowledge my tribal chief's boots. I need those. I need those Jordan 11 custom boots.
He's Team Jordan, isn't he? Like he's a Jordan athlete, right? Yep.
Yep. I'm just a huge sneakerhead, but I picked those boots right out as he's got Jordan 11s on, and they find out they were custom. Damn it. Can't find them anywhere on the internet. But anyway.
I mean, you can go right from the jump in that match with Rollins' entrance. That just played into the story that they'd been building the last couple of weeks, saying he has to win this match. It has to be him because he's going to save wrestling. That entrance was amazing.
No, Rollins.
But who's he saving it from? Cena? Because Cena's going to ruin wrestling now.
Yeah, well, two different storylines with the same fucking.
I know, it's like
the same.
They should intertwine at some point, but
they should.
They'll cross paths, I think. All right, we're gonna move on to night 2. This was probably my favorite match of the whole thing.
Yep.
Io, Rhea, Bianca.
This match was amazing.
This women's division is just working. They are amazing performers. They just have such a good crop of female wrestlers right now. This is not the old days where it was just gimmicky. Like these bitches work. So, Justin, go ahead. What do you got?
Io's a star.
Poof, hands down.
A star. Like that more confirmed last night, but oh my God. Like that woman is crazy. The risks she'll take, the moves they were pulling off.
It's my girl Trash Pandu.
Holy shit! The story sucked going into it. We all figured Io was going to win, but
Mark, what do you got? You look like you want to say something.
I always want to say something. I don't know. I'm not trying to be contrarian. How do you sell Io Sky to a massive audience? Take the us out that really like wrestling, but like to the massive audience. Like traditionally, like, okay, so look at Nakamura. Like I was so amped when Nakamura got to WWE. Can't cut a promo. He's up there with Jimmy Wang Yang, and
same.
She can't talk. Like, and I get it, the language thing, and I'm not trying to be, and I know they're going global, and I understand, but like, and I'm not saying she's not talented at all. Like, she's talented as hell. She's 5'1", she's 106 pounds, probably more like 115, and she can't speak. And that's my only problem. Like, then you're Dean Malenko. You're like,
it's a great analogy.
Seriously, like, I mean, she's going to put on great matches, but like, if you're looking at it from how does WWE, because that's what they're all about at this point. They've made it borderline unaffordable to go to an event. They've made it like everything is money, 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 money grabs. Like, I don't know how you sell her to somebody who can't cut a promo that just says, thank you. I happy. Like, it's just like,
I think
only downer.
I think she's more of a transitional champion. I don't think this is going to be a long run for her. I think they just had to do this to kind of force Rhea out of the way for a few minutes and start building. Here's the thing. Like,
I agree with that.
I'm surprised that, well, I'm not surprised. She's undefeated against Ripley, but they got to get her out of the way. Let Io elevate somebody else up so that Rhea can go after somebody else. I mean, Rhea's going to be at the top of the game for a while, so you can't leave her sit there for years on end like Roman, because then they're going to get tired of her. So,
they don't have a lot of female heels of no. Like, at least I don't think so. I know you have Liv. Nobody cares about Raquel Gonzalez. Like, I don't. Nobody cares. No. She's built like a wet rigatoni noodle. Like, I don't like. She's just like, or like manicotti. Like, she's just this big parboiled. Like, I don't. She smiles all the time. Just. She has no central nervous system. Like, I just don't.
Not a good wrestler either.
So is Belair go heel?
She's been getting heat.
But she sells a lot of merch. The kids like this. My daughter likes this. Like, she loves when Bianca comes out. I just don't know. I don't know where the heel woman is. It's like Liv Morgan and Charlotte.
Well, right now, we'll get into this now. She returned.
Becky Lynch. Yes.
She's definitely going to be your next heel. I thought maybe for a minute she was going to be on a face run, but then I'm sitting thinking Rollins is definitely heel. They're not going to have that dynamic backwards. So, they pulled the swerve off last night, made her turn heel. But, you're right though. There's not that many heels that can go after Rhea right now. You got to build some of those up.
Becky will at some point. That's got to be, yeah.
I think Becky's going to feud with Bayley first before she does
anything else. Yes.
So
I think she gets the belt from Lyra first.
And then fights with Bayley?
Mm-hmm.
For the
title. I think they would elevate that title. I think that's the other thing they need.
Yeah, they got to start building. Chelsea Green, too. Like, I hate the fact that all these titles were not defended at Mania. Every title should be on the line at Mania. I'm sorry. It's just how I feel. Chelsea Green's United States Women's Champion and didn't fight. Like, what the hell? What's the point then? So I know there was just, I would rather seen her fight than the fucking Old Day and the Ward Raiders. Like,
that why couldn't they have they had a pre-show that started at, I think, like 8 a.m. Like, why couldn't they have like an hour before, have one of those, put the New Day on there, the night 2 put the tornado tag match on, or whatever that's going to be, the ladder. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you could have put them on there.
Yep.
Like,
I'll put them on the post show.
You mean, excuse me, I wanted to watch Jey Uso be drunk as hell at a press conference.
So funny. He was out of it.
Yeah. Internet, television. Yeah. Here, I got glasses.
All right, let's dip our toe in this water. This was my favorite moment of the weekend. The Fatal 4-Way for the Men's Intercontinental Championship. It was nice to see Dirty Dominic finally get some gold. I don't know what they're going to do with him from this point forward, but seeing him beat Penta last night tells me they're going to keep it on him for a little bit. So
it was the perfect finish. And I know Justin is going to agree. It was the only way that match needed to end. And I said to my buddy Jerry, because I'm sure he's watching. Hi, Jerry. I literally thought they're going to let Penta win for the sheer fact of this AAA acquisition. Because I feel like that's what Vince would have did. Like, put it on Penta because we bought AAA and we're going to highlight AAA. God damn it. And then, like, they didn't. No, they did the right thing. He pinned the right guy in a kind of slick way. It's what needed to happen.
This is a perfect tribute to Eddie Guerrero. Justin, what do you think?
His dad.
I saw that post today. Father-son Intercontinental Champions. Eddie Guerrero and Dom Mysterio. I thought it was fantastic. I would have been okay if Finn got it, because you could have justified having Dom chase it to SummerSlam, but they're just dragging out what's going to eventually happen anyway. They're going to split.
Oh, absolutely. I thought it was going to happen last night. Then Finn came out with what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Let's bygones be bygones, whatever he was trying to say. But that's sitting in Finn's brain right now. Dom is living rent free in Finn's brain.
Oh yeah, he stared down that belt.
I think they're gonna do the old. I think they're gonna come out with the.
Sir.
I think it's happening. He's taking pictures with Tama Tonga. Where's Hikuleu? They have all these guys. Like,
what did Cody do the entire lead up to WrestleMania?
Yep. I think it's gonna happen. I think you're gonna.
That's one thing that I always forget about. Raw to me after Mania is such a big deal. I forget there's a whole other show on Friday night that's going to be more implications of where the storylines are going. All right. This was cool too. Second favorite moment. Justin called this. Justin called it. I was waiting for someone to do it. So it was a good move by them to do this. I was holding out hope that the ultimate conspiracy theorist, that Kevin Owens, was actually not hurt. I'm going to ask him about this when I see him at Fanatics Fest, because I do have a ticket for a meet and greet with him. I'm going to ask him how his surgery went. So
fuck that dude. Don't ask that dude anything. I thought I was getting a fight with him in Music, Pennsylvania, like right before he came to NXT. I swear to God.
Why?
I will find the YouTube video. So it was me and my buddy Jerry. You can, honest to God, if I hope he's watching. We were up in Music. He was wrestling. He was like, it was him and Hacksaw Jim Duggan was there for whatever reason. Man with massive hands, by the way, like massive hands. So Kevin's there, and Jerry and I walked up to him, and we're like, hey, like nobody was around. We're like, hey, you know, if the dirt sheets are true, you're going to NXT. We wished him well. Hope he stays healthy. It was deserved. And then he's like, what the fuck are you doing? Who the fuck? And he started like cursing. I'm like, bro, like who the fuck are you talking to? Like I was getting mad. I'm like, who the fuck? Get the fuck out of here. Like I just wish you well. Don't be a bitch.
What did he say to you?
He started yelling at us. Don't believe everything you read on the internet. And I'm like, he got whiny. It's like, fuck you, asshole. Pardon my language. I hope we don't get censored.
Oh, there's a rated R up here for a reason. It's okay.
Yeah, he pissed me off. I was like, wow, dude. Like, okay.
Yeah, Justin is the soul. That's why it's in his corner. I'm gonna ask him about this now when I see him.
He probably doesn't fucking remember.
He might.
Just some schmuck. I'm gonna take your picture. Maybe like 2013 or 2014 Music, Pennsylvania. There's a video of this on YouTube. Maybe not with me arguing with him, but like I'm standing there talking to him to the lead up of like, okay, pissing it. Anyway, I was hoping it was Nick Aldis. That's who I honest to God wanted. I wanted Nick Aldis.
All right,
but they were talking about Jeff Hardy. Did you see that?
That would have been a dumb move.
A cluster.
This was the perfect opponent for Orton.
Right. It was just going to be a squash match at that point, no matter who it was.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I was just finished night 2 again earlier. And that match after Hendry got pinned, like the camera kind of stayed on the side of his face. He was nothing but fucking smiles.
Oh yeah.
Like
He just ate an RKO from Randy fucking Orton. I'd been smiling too.
Yep, at WrestleMania.
There were people who were like commenting, they're like, "Oh, that was a waste of an opportunity." I'm like, "No, it wasn't. That was the loudest pop of the night." Up until like at that point, that was everybody loved it. It was 6 minutes. It wasn't some 45-minute AEW match that they made it even. Like it was good. And I think they're gonna do something with Joe Hendry. I do worry about Joe. I like him. He's a little limited. He's a mid-carder at best. Like I hope nobody, because there's people that literally think like he's so popular, make him like no. He's just a guy with his slight love handles. Like he's just
that match. That match is going to be his biggest match of his career
ever.
I think I think that's the best he does.
Cena put him over though.
What if they bring him into the WWE though full time? The reactions he's going to get from that crowd are Uso-esque. They're oozy
for a couple months, and then it'll die.
Then he's Elias. If they let him sing, if they let him do the whole music video thing with like real production and let him make songs about people, it's a good mid-card guy. He's Elias, but could play music.
All right. I'm lighting the fuse.
Worst match of fucking WrestleMania.
That was such a fucking clunker. It was so fucking clunky.
I mean, sorry. Watching it again, like I get it. I get why it was what it was. But fucking, it's so hard to watch. It's so terrible. Fuck Cena. I stopped watching because of that motherfucker. I'm about to stop watching again.
This is a money grab. This is going to be everybody's best shot to stop him from ruining wrestling, as he said, from destroying WWE. And that's you're going to get Orton, you're going to get Punk, you're going to get newer faces, you're going to get all that shit. And at the end, he's going to face probably Punk. I bet you Punk's the last person he faces. I would think. And then, because I thought it'd be Orton, maybe Cody, and he's going to fail again. He's going to walk out with that belt. New belt's coming. And they're going to hit the reset button. They're going to end the McMahon era.
So I know Orton. Cena's done everything he said he's going to do so far to this point. He said he was going to go to Chamber. He said he was going to main event WrestleMania. He said he's going to win the title. He said he's going to run wrestling the whole night. I personally do not think he's going to walk out with the belt. I don't think they're going to allow him to do that, but I think he's going to have a second match with Orton somewhere down the line, and Orton's going to be the one to retire him. Just because of their personal relationship. They're really close friends.
I really do think they let him walk with it.
So do I.
It's their way of cleansing the business from Vince.
So I get that part, but here's the thing. This is where
you send the belt Vince made popular off on his biggest dildo, pun intended.
Right. But
I thought that was the Andre one.
Yeah. So the story that's being built here is you have the ultimate villain that is trying to ruin wrestling for everybody under the sun. The payoff is going to be the person that ends Cena and brings wrestling back. That's what I feel is the payoff of this. And
I could buy that.
And I see it. I think it's just going to be Orton as a face for a few weeks. Trash that title. They're going to give him a new one like a la Triple H always does. Let Orton have a quick run through it till Mania, because I think Cena's probably going to end up. And here's the other thing. You can't make him defend that belt in his very last match. You can now, in a way, because I think I said that before. You can't let him do it. It's too predictable. Now there is kind of an unpredictable point because, like you guys are saying, is he actually going to leave with the belt, or is someone going to beat him for the belt? So that could play into it. I just think they're going to pay it off where Orton's going to beat him and retire that belt and just kind of throw it in the trash can, some type of symbolism. He'll get a new belt afterwards. But the story that's being built with this is the guy that's going to save wrestling again.
I hope it's not Cody. The move that would make the most sense. And I'm going to tie this into, like, if you listen to Bubba Ray, if you listen to Cornette, all them, they believe that he's not going to end his run heel. That he's going to have this whatever change of heart. I think it's got to be Braun Breaker. I think that's what threw me off about Monday is I just think he's your next ruthless aggression type guy. He beats Cena, and you put it on him and you send it into a new era. That's my thing. Why keep giving it? At some point, you can't keep giving the belt to the old guys, the guys that are 44 years old and on TRT. Because Randy's on a lot of fucking TRT.
Well,
a ton of it.
I like that idea, but the thing is, remember when Cena said, I want to be here to shake the person that wins 18. After Orton, there is no one even remotely close to that number.
It's Charlotte Flair.
I don't think she really counts.
Well, I mean, her dad's counted, and he was winning weird territory titles. I mean, to be honest, Cena had the record before that anyway. If you really look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we were counting all of Rick's, like, he won the IWCCW, CCW, NWA championship at the Sportatorium in Texas.
There's also other people that are saying that his title reign should be more because of the 3 or 4 NWA titles that he won that weren't recognized by. Listen, it's over. Cena's got 17. End of story.
But you had to lose it that many times.
So now, if it's gonna be somebody who saves wrestling, they're building that story. It's gonna then if that's how it's gonna play out, it'll be Seth. He came out as the savior of wrestling night 1 of WrestleMania. Paul Heyman called him his savior on the Pat McAfee show. Like, they're gonna lean into that.
The only thing I wish he'd stop doing is saying, I am a visionary. I am a revolutionary.
Well, now he can add, I am a savior.
Yeah, he's not so much of a visionary, because if he would have been a visionary, he would have saw those pics of him getting leaked in an uncompromised position about like 8 years ago by his girlfriend. Just saying, he should have saw that coming if he's such a visionary. Just saying. They're out there.
But I don't know.
I don't know.
I didn't like the match.
No,
I wasn't a fan of Cena winning.
Is that the reason why you didn't like the match, though? Because the person that's involved in it?
Yep. I don't like. I'm already on board with this. Don't stop giving it to the fucking old guy. Like, this motherfucker hasn't won in how long? And his first singles win in
7 years.
2,947 days or something like that.
Don't worry, Goldberg's going to take it from him, because I guess he's gearing up. Can we not bring him back? I'm tired of old guys. Nothing personal.
He wants his retirement match. Let him and Hogan have a tables, ladders, and walkers match at that point. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I see the way this match finished up.
That was my problem.
The typical 80s heel. That's how they always used to end this shit. Hit someone in the face with a belt.
Pulled out a referee who weighed twice as much as him.
So here's my problem with that.
And should have been DQ'd on it. Like, never hit his head, nothing. There should have been a DQ.
Should have been a DQ when that happened. And I even said, what the fuck is that?
Finn. I can't stand that goddamn song already. But wasn't it like a disappointment? Like, when you hear that music, you think he's going to stand there, and then you're going to get the final boss in some ridiculous Versace outfit. Like, that's what I mean. Like, you just sent Travis Scott out. You didn't send out The Rock. Like, if you were so worried about overshadowing Cena, then don't send anybody out there. If he wants to win in a dastardly way, that's fine. Like, he hits him with the belt. Okay. But, like, why send Travis Scott out there? Like, I don't understand. Like, he's not believable. He's 14 pounds. Like,
I think they promised him his appearance. I think The Rock was originally going to appear. I think the reasoning he gave on McAfee's show today was a little bit of a cop out, a little bit of truth. Because if you guys haven't seen it, he said the work was done at Elimination Chamber. I didn't want to overshadow what was going on. I just think he didn't want to go, but that's my opinion. I think they probably promised Travis Scott a spot at Mania.
I know we're we're kind of done talking about it, but that's another issue that I think WWE, they need to stop the B-list celebrities and the camera pans. You're taking away show. Like nobody is tuning in to see that George Kittle is at WrestleMania. Like nobody sat there for
bullshit. I do.
You Why? Just wanted to. I'll Google
because
your picture.
George Kittle's been there. I don't know how many times.
It's been
eight in a row.
A lot of PLEs.
Can we talk about how
beforehand? I bet you George Kittle's there.
They killed El Hijo del Vikingo's name. Can we talk about that? He's now just Vikingo. He's not even El Hijo del Vikingo anymore.
I don't even know who the fuck that is.
Yeah,
it's the guy that they showed in El Grande Americano's match.
Yes. So he is like, again, it's the PWI, but he's always like top 5 in the PWI for like the last like 4 years, 500. And like, I'm like, I don't even know who this dude is. And then when they showed that thing where they bought AAA, I was like, look at that little guy. I didn't know who he was. I had no idea. And I'm like, oh, so apparently you're going to feature him on TV at some point soon. But I'm sick of the celebrities. I don't care about the celebrities. Like, if you're going to get a celebrity, bring George Kittle in to help somebody. Because George Kittle looks like he could fight. Like, George Kittle at least looks like a man, like an adult male.
Kind of disappointed. Where the fuck was Max Crosby?
Isn't Kittle buddies with somebody? Did they say that?
Bailey.
Is it Bailey?
Bailey's a huge 49ers fan. And if Kittle wasn't married, I bet she'd be all up in Bailey's business.
Like, isn't that your tribal cheeks?
I love it.
How soon is she going to AEW?
Don't. You know what? Okay. You can come back now.
You can't. I'm the arbiter of truth.
If she ever did, I would never watch again.
I mean, you work a hell of a lot less.
Honestly,
they paid a lot of money.
I don't know if Bailey could keep up with some of them over there, though. Like, she's way better, Mike, and she's great in ring, but a lot of them over there are so athletic.
In AEW, I feel like that's a botch fest over there all the time.
Because they try big shit. Like, they're athletic as shit, but they do stupid stuff.
Didn't Seth Rollins say that, though, that there's not one person in AEW worth it except for MJF? Like, that's the only one. I think he said that very recently. Like, that's it. Yep. Like, that's the only person that
can work a mic.
Yeah. That product's bad. Bad.
Yep.
So when does Moxley come back?
Dude.
2 years when his contract's up, but they keep mentioning the fucking Shield.
A lot.
I was really holding out hope, again, ultimate conspiracy theory guy with wrestling stuff. I was really thinking they were going to let him make an appearance. But once they wouldn't let Sting and Duck Luger, I knew it wasn't going to happen. But they started mentioning him a lot the past couple of days building up to Mania.
They even called him Mox.
Yeah, Rollins called him. You don't have Mox. I was like, oh, here we go. So, All right, you boys have fun. Go ahead.
Cena actually had a decent promo. I was okay with it. I liked it. I liked the pointing out of the time and saying, it's not 27 matches. It's 27 times showing up doing this.
Yep.
So you liked what Cena did?
Best entrance at WrestleMania. Best entrance at WrestleMania. Best entrance at WrestleMania was Cena's. Loved it. Well, it wasn't Cody Rhodes with his mechanical skull Iron Man mask and the random motocross guys that were flying around.
It was Seth Rollins.
Cena. That was fine. I was fine with it. Orton coming out. Thought it was cool. Good way to start off the show.
What's going on, Senor Simmons?
I didn't expect Orton this quick. I didn't expect
me either.
That was I was really surprised.
That's the payoff. That's the payoff for WWE, because you're going to tune in to watch Cena Orton. You're going to tune in to watch Cena Punk. You're going to tune in to watch Cena, you know what I mean, insert big star that's going to try and knock him off. Like, this is, even though there's only 27 things. Yeah.
Well, and I think he gets. He's on the next 4 weeks of SmackDown plus Backlash. So that's 5 right there. So that's 22. And you're in the middle of May.
I think they pigeonholed themselves.
Yeah, they painted themselves into a corner. And Backlash is not even a month away. So it's like May 10th or something. It's really quick coming up. So I think it was genius. I saw the angle where Orton was actually under the ring to start Raw to come out and RKO him. And I love too. You heard Cena say shit just before Orton nailed him. So that was pretty cool. Yep. So that was cool.
Yep.
Jay's celebration was good.
Yeah, it was exactly what I thought it was going to be. Like 15 minutes of yeeting and 30 seconds of speaking.
How about that intro video
from Jay? Oh yeah. But when Sammy's music hit, I stopped watching Jay. My eyes were firmly glued on Sammy. I was fully expecting Sammy to turn last night.
He teased it though. When he stood there in the middle of the ring looking up at him. Yes, he did.
2 or 3 times. 2 or 3 times he teased it for sure. Yeah.
That's gonna be fun.
All right, what else, Justin? Let's go. You're the Raw guy. You remember this shit.
Is that our last stinger? Oh shit.
New Day thing with Rusev was I don't understand any of that. None.
What was the point?
He looks great though. Looks great.
He does, but what was the point of having him interrupt the Alpha Academy?
I don't know if you know this, but Akira Tozawa is a top 10 talent, unleashed, unharnessed in WWE. And when he just threw him like a rag doll. You know what that felt like? Remember when Lesnar was first wrestling and he was wrestling like Spike Dudley and like another skinny guy? And like you use that to get him over. Right. Yeah. Like you use that. He wrestled 2 shitheads to just put himself over. Like that's what that felt like. But I don't think we needed that right there. And honestly, if he was going to beat 2 guys up, let him beat 4 guys up. Let him beat everybody up.
But it doesn't really. Good.
Didn't Raw just get rid of Braun Strowman? You just brought in another version of Braun Strowman.
What feud are they setting up for him? That's my question.
Probably with Otis.
Oh, God.
Rusev and Otis?
I hope that was just... No, I think that's going to be... He's going to wrestle them 2-on-1 and beat them again, and then that's going to be the end of it. I see an LA Knight situation. Like, like somewhere in that realm. Because, you know what? That's another one. Well, no. What's Damian Priest on? Is he SmackDown? Raw? Does it matter anymore?
SmackDown.
Yeah, it's on SmackDown.
Right, but I feel like the draft's coming soon and people are going to get moved.
There's going to be a lot of shuffling.
Yeah.
I'd like to see them feed Rusev to Braun Breaker, but...
Yeah, they're not going to do that yet.
No, they're not, but I'd like to see it happen.
Because don't forget, you got SmackDown and you got Aleister Black coming back. So, I mean, there's probably... Did they release Nakamura yet? I feel like they just should release Shaky Nakamura.
He was at the Hall of Fame the other night, so...
He was.
Yeah, he was at the Battle Royale.
He was. Good for him. He was beating Seth, and that was...
EO's match last night?
Sure.
Stephanie Vacour.
Oh.
What a star. What a star. Dude, that match was fantastic. Those two in the ring together, oh my God.
So did it sound really quiet when they were landing, though? Like, or was it my TV? Like, it sounded like...
both tiny.
Yeah, like there was no sound. There was no, like, every time they landed, it just sounded quiet. I thought maybe the mic went out. It was.
Maybe they're landing on pillows.
But I think the bang is part of it, right? Like the...
Yeah.
But the bang.
That, I think... With that match, Roxy interfering and was Julia. I think you're seeing like three of the young stars in the women's division about to make noise this year.
I don't think there's anybody else though. I think NXT, I think if they bring them up though, I think the NXT's in a little bit of trouble. I don't think NXT has a lot of it's weird right now because I was wondering who was going to come up from NXT. I don't think there's anybody there. I think if they deplete that women's division, it's okay. I don't know. I still think Julia needs time to incubate yet. I think if you want to bring up Perez, that's fine. If you want to bring up Vakor, I think she's actually more ahead than Julia right now. But I don't know. I just worry about NXT just turning into the shits. Because I like NXT. It's not the old NXT, but it's getting a little bit better.
All right, so my question
that's the thing. Go ahead.
No, you finish up.
With NXT, you're always gonna. It's like college football. You're always going to have that turnaround and that influx. A couple bad years, couple good years, because the talent's just going to keep getting pulled up.
Well, sure. I just don't know if they're ready. That's my only thing. I think Vacor's ready.
Roxy
I really do.
100%.
Roxy's ready. Yeah, but Cora Jade's not there. I don't think. You know what I mean? If you look at, I don't think Julia's there, and that stare down with what's her face. I think Triple H is going to push that, and I think it's going to fail. I do.
So the end of that whole segment, they bring Rhea back out, and
that's what I mean.
Again, she's still involved in this world title picture, and I don't. How long are they going to let her hang around? It's not that I have anything against Ripley. I don't, but I just fear that they're going to leave her. They're going to leave her there, and she's going to get stale from being in this main event picture for so long.
Who's the feud, though? Who's the blood feud? That's what I mean. Right now, they don't have a blood feud for her.
Yeah, they got to give her something else.
I think she's going to work with Roxy.
I hope so, because right now it looks like she's back in with Io.
I took that as her walking away from that. She handed it to her, said, "I'm coming back for this,
but I'll be back later, not right now."
Yeah, I think she's gonna go on and do.
I hope that's the play.
Story with Roxy.
I hope that's the.
And play. I think that could work. I mean, they're both fucking good.
You don't worry about that though. That Roxy's actually smaller than the Io Sky, and you're gonna put her up against Rhea Ripley.
No, because Roxy's shown she can do it, and she's the perfect heel for Rhea.
Probably.
There's your heel for Rhea.
That would work.
Yeah. What else happened?
I mean,
Dom won. The end. The end.
Oh yeah. Just that
thing.
Heyman and Seth.
That thing.
Can I say I love the color choice? My rate Rollins for the entire weekend is a 10.
My wife asked me if
Friday
I was able
Monday.
to. Would I wear suits like he does? And I said yes. I would dress like that. It would be very unflattering at the current state of my body, but yes, I would.
That yellow suit, and I hope that's the color that they're the color scheme they're trying to go with.
Or do you think he wore it because CM Punk wore yellow and he beat CM Punk in a yellow outfit, the old yellow tights?
That too. It could be that too. Oh,
it's just always so loud here. You guys know what I'm doing. Stop.
You may tell him to shut up.
But yeah, no, and then all right, so
I think that's too early to predict where they're going. If they're making Evolution 2.0, which is what I kind of think they're going to do, I just don't know. We got to wait. I don't know who the stable is.
Just see this. Rollins is auditioning for the Savannah Bananas.
God, I want to go to a Savannah Banana game. Like the worst way.
They're so expensive, those tickets. Let me tell you.
Oh, they're really?
If you don't get them right when they come out, you're looking at $300-$400 a ticket. The markup is insane.
I'll pay to watch grown adult males throw pitches to Pink Pony Club. That's fine.
I want to go watch one of those glow in the dark baseball games. Those they play under the black lights. I bet you that'd be awesome. Yeah, they're going to be at Yankee Stadium this year. All right, so we're almost done. I'm going to ask you guys a question. Give me the biggest storyline you think is going to develop between now and next year's Mania.
It's going to involve Rollins.
It's going to involve Rollins, but I think the problem is they're going to have dueling major stories with Cena. It's going to compete with each other.
Cena's not lasting until Mania next year.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. I think Justin's right. I think it's going to be Rollins by default. I think it's going to center more around Breakker. Rollins is going to be kind of like Breakker's cheerleader, kind of per se. I think Breakker's going to have more of a, I want to say, pardon the pun, a breakout year.
I think
what Rollins is doing.
But I think the 1A is going to be the relationship between CM Punk and Roman Reigns and how that kind of plays. And I think the other story is we know how to watch. Listen, if you watched Pat McAfee and you watched Paul Heyman, that dude is 3 donuts away from dying. That guy was blown up and couldn't speak without losing his breath sitting in a stool.
Yeah.
That sounds crazy, and I'm not trying to be that guy, but like,
you're not wrong.
Like, what happens if he dies? And I'm not trying to wish anything. I'm not trying to speak it into existence, but like, I'm watching this.
Trouble.
Yeah, because I legitimately was like concerned for the man. Like, the guy couldn't breathe sitting in a chair.
Well, he was probably poured into that suit too, like a big sausage casing. But I noticed that too. Could not breathe sitting there.
No, and I'm sitting there going like, dude, like, yeah, it looks bad. And he's always like up. Like he's always up here. Like he's never down. And like, it's just, I don't know. I listen, I wasn't trying to end this on a morbid note, but
no,
you know, but at the same time, like his health is like I've seen people in a little bit better shape that, you know, unfortunately have taken them, you know, so you're sitting there and going like, oh shit.
I'm going to openly issue a challenge to Paul Levesque, a.k.a. Triple H. Would you please come on our show and discuss Paul Heyman's health issues with us? And tell me that's not a conversation. Tell me that's not a conversation he's tried to have with him, too, because we have to have noticed that. I'm sure the doctors have said to him, Paul, but, you know, that guy rightfully so says, too, I don't sleep. I don't do any of this stuff.
Yeah.
So,
like that's what he does his work and eat.
And it catches up.
Paul
I'm
Heyman
41
is
and it catches
Daly
up.
of WWE. He's John Daly. There's no other way to describe that man.
Yeah, but
and he's John a genius.
Walk golfs.
That's true. It's true.
I just have to assume he has to live such a peaceful life outside of the business for whatever time he takes off of thinking about wrestling has to be super peaceful.
I don't think so. I think that boy's always either on his phone with someone. He even said that on McAfee. It's like what he lives, eats, and breathes. Like this is his life. He's never going to break kayfabe. Like he's for it. So
he looks like he ate Bronson Reed. Like, I mean, it's
now we know where Lesnar is. He went for a barbecue at Lesnar's ranch.
I do. I just think, oh my God, I think that's why it's so hard to predict. Because I'm not saying he's going to die in the next year, but like he just sounded. That was the first time that I heard him with a mic like that, and I don't know if it was the sound, but he sounded like Biggie Smalls. Like he
sounded raspy.
And another one. Like he sounded like he was just there was a cheeseburger lodged in his carotid. Like I'm like, dude,
it's gonna come out with a remix of More Donuts, More Problems.
That's right, baby.
I'm excited to see what they do with this though, with Seth and Braun.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the youth movement. I think that's the one thing I'm excited for because I'm curious. Like, I think Trick's getting a call up at some point. I don't think he makes it all the way to next year. I think they're gonna because he's getting a little stale. I think you're gonna see more NXT. I think Trips believes in these NXT people.
Joins this Heyman group.
Obafemi would be the one that I think does. Because I think they just like big, huge dudes. And I think it makes sense. They need somebody to put over in that stable to get another guy. Because they have to start building stars. I mean, my boss at work even said that. He's like, you guys have too many like old people. And I'm like, yeah, kind of right. Even Rusev, like he's in his 30s. Is he 40 yet? Aleister Black's almost 40. Like Finn's in his 40s. Like you're starting to.
Mello was the other one I was thinking might go join them.
Boy, that guy took a shit, didn't he?
Rusev was 39.
Like that poor guy. That poor guy. Carmelo Hayes, like just they relegated that guy to nothing. Mm-hmm. He needs a character revamp. Bad. Good call on that one.
They pushed him too hard, too fast. They took their time with Breaker. Like they gave Breaker a little time to break in, and then he had to go through a psycho stage to get matches, and then just took off.
I wonder if they're going to keep the other guys down, like the AEW contingency that is.
No,
because like I don't. Yeah, well, no, the AEW guys that ended up in NXT. Like, I don't see Ethan Page working up there. I don't know. Ricky Saints, I think, will work because he's buddies with Cody. They'll make it work if they have to. But like,
he's great on the mic too, though.
He's so funny. He is. Like that's what I mean. Like, and I think he works hard. I just don't know. Like, there's some guys that I think are just built for NXT. By the way, let's end on this. Did anybody else see Ciampa had to shave his face?
Yes, because he hit his chin.
That is the scariest. He looks like Schmeagol. Okay, like he's like the ugliest guy. Great
Justin,
physique.
Did you see it?
Hideous.
No.
Right, he busted his chin open. And he has stitches in his chin. And he had to shave his entire beard. Good God.
Huh.
Oh God.
Let me try to find a picture quick.
You're gonna make me scared to fall. Oh no.
Oh. Yeah, but I know. Like, you're not gonna look like you're looking for your precious. Like, he looks terrible. Like, and he has these big ears that could hear, people on a map, and like it's just all wrong.
It's rough. All right, hold on. I think I found something.
I'm excited for everything as long as The Rock doesn't involve himself 2 months before Mania again.
Justin, prepare yourself.
What the fuck?
The precious. The precious. He heard everything I just said. His ears are that goddamn big.
I like Robbie's take here. See, Sammy, Fatu, and Breaker is the biggest stars in the coming year. I'm a little disappointed they left Sammy off the card. One of your biggest guys, and again, I don't know if they needed to make SmackDown night one of WrestleMania and put all the shitty matches on SmackDown and then let the main card go Tuesday, Saturday, and Sunday. I don't know. But Sammy didn't have a spot. It's just really disappointed. They took Bailey out of it.
Did he do something for religious reasons? I know that's going to sound silly, but like, I don't know. Like, was he celebrating Ramadan? Like, was there something? I don't know when it ended officially. Like, I don't know. No, like, I didn't know because I thought it was odd that they just.
I think he was still recovering from his neck issue.
Oh, that's right. I forgot all about that.
They gave him time off for that.
Yeah.
Let him breathe a little bit.
The tag team division will never come back. It's over. They're just not going to do anything with it. And do you think there's going to be more Samoans? Over under 3 Samoans, 2.5 Samoans that will debut.
They need to have their own show, their own brand at this point.
Because they signed Hikuleu.
Mm-hmm.
They brought, what's the other Fatu?
Zilla.
And didn't they bring in the other Uso? Isn't there another one, Lance on a OE?
Oh, I don't know.
So Lance, it looks exactly like Jimmy and Jay, and in the Indies, he would wrestle for something called WXWC4, and he would literally wear their exact gear. And because he was with the Wild Samoans training, and I know they brought him in.
Huh.
So we over under 2.5 Samoans.
They're gonna need their own brand.
I think The Rock is gonna nepo hook up everybody.
I don't know, man.
Everyone.
All right. You guys got anything else before we roll out?
No, sir. I'm good.
I'm not that pissed off. The pre-workout where it wore off. Like I lifted before the show, and it's just kind of now I'm like in a daze.
Fuck John Cena having the belt.
Fuck Charlotte Flair.
That too.
Yeah. All right. Well, folks, thank you very much. We appreciate you joining us, talking to us, Mark, as always. Thank you so much for being with us. Don't run away. We'll talk to you.
Oh, thank you.
Before we go.
I don't want to do that.
Don't forget, this coming Sunday is the variety show again at 7 p.m. And then next Wednesday evening, we will be here with another one of our fantastic episodes of the Squared Circle Sessions. So, Justin, get us out of here.
Mommy, if you need help icing that eye, later.